How's it going, guys? It's Pr0 Stealz. Look, I'm finally back. I'm enjoying life. I'm at uni. I'm having a bit of fun. I tried to start this channel about a year ago. Didn't really work out. My computer died. But now, I finally built my own computer. It's sick. It's great. I'm loving it. Now, I just want to tell you a bit about myself first. My real name's actually Daniel. I'm playing with all my mates all the time, and I was like, may as well stream and have a bit of fun with them. Now, I know these guys ever since like year 7. I've known them for about 6-7 years, and we're pretty good. We know the mid laner from online. We've known him for about 2 years, but he's been pretty chill, and we just dueled and ranked with him all the time. Let me tell you about the game. The reason why we chose this game is we're actually losing a lot of team fights. We tried to invade in their jungle, and it didn't really work out for our team. We always came out on the bottom half of the game. But the reason why I like it so much is because we chose our rotations and outpositioned them on the map, and we actually got objectives while they didn't. Now, I know at a stage we actually had 4 of their towers while they only had 2 of ours. Now, we knew that was a huge gold advantage, and just because we were lower in kills doesn't mean anything. So that's why we kept our heads high. Now, guys, I'm the shot caller of this team, right? I created the team, I was like, alright, let's have a bit of fun. Let's try and actually be competitive in our gameplay. Now, saying that, I have to try and make those rotation calls. Now, in terms of telling your friends what to do, that's pretty hard sometimes, but if you can actually pull it off, you actually get a huge advantage in your game. So, for example, I know at certain points in the game, we're just like, alright, let's just push this. I don't care what we're doing. We're just going to sit here until we get this tower. So let's look at what's happened at the moment. Our bot lane is pretty secure. We've got 3 kills in the bot lane from just them alone. They're doing this by themselves. So what I'm trying to do is trying to get a little vision for them from their jungler. So that means they don't get ganked as hard. Now, they don't even need me. They're just fine with them farming and trying to gain advantage of their lane. Now, the thing here is we're trying to get this blue buff away from their mid laner. We know with Cassiopeia with their blue buff is actually intense, and it will actually help us if they don't actually get it to their mid laner. So we're just trying to deny it no matter what. In the end, we do actually lose the fight, but it wasn't too bad. We did come out 2 for 3. We only lost 1 kill, and we're already ahead in the bot lane anyway, so we're not too bad according to those statistics. Now, I'm getting that red buff so I can get that level 6. Now, there's nothing better when you can go to a lane and you have that level 6 to try and get that extra kill or assist on your team. Now, I'm just going to quickly get this blue buff to Lux and actually go to roam top lane. But as I noticed I was going top, a Moo was actually just recalled as well as a Cassiopeia, so I managed to steal their red buff. So as Lux roamed top, I'm just like, wait for me, let me get an assist. Didn't actually get there in time. We got the tower, and I started trying to get this Scuttle Crab to vision. As soon as I finished this Scuttle Crab, I noticed that the Moo here was actually about to kill my Aatrox. I said, bait him, I'll get him, no worries. What we didn't predict was this Pantheon. Now, what I did wrong here was I actually stuffed up and thought I could take him. Now, I had about 1.5k gold when I actually tried to burst him, and I noticed that was pretty bad. There's nothing worse than having disadvantaged because you haven't got an item yet. I thought my passive was enough, but it just wasn't. Alright, so I noticed this Amumu actually places a ward there. I smite this race to deny his vision. We actually tried to pull off a gank towards Cassiopeia. We actually do get it, but the Amumu managed to snare the Lux under the tower. So as I recalled, I noticed our bot lane was struggling against theirs. One of our towers is gone, so it gives me easy opportunity to actually gank them during the laning phase. Thresh gives me a double, managed to get in, Zyra is gone, no matter what. We push tower easy. Now, this is about the time their blue buff is up, so we tried again to try to deny that blue buff with that Cassiopeia. We did not like that Cassiopeia getting blue buff at all. Again, we did lose the team fight. But as you see, that Aatrox is actually in the top lane. Now he is sitting there just pushing that tower no matter what. They can't stop him right now. So we actually get the tower, and that gives us heaps of opportunity later in the game to actually grab it. Now that Aatrox does get away eventually. So at the tower, we're just trying to get that little blue buff across to Lux and try to defend this mid lane. Now they actually dive in here. Now that's really bad since I am Volibear. I'm healing under this, and they're still undergoing a passive. Thresh actually lands this beautiful hook. I'm knocking back in the tower, and I'm like, this Vayne is all mine. So me and Kalista are all up, and we're just like, alright, we're pushing this tower, get as much damage as we possibly can. He's coming up, and we're going to just stay here until the rest of their team comes. Eventually we did run out of minions, we couldn't go any further. So what we did realise is they actually started to push our mid lane. So I just quickly saved our support and actually retreated back to mid. So as we were just defending mid, they had a lot of map pressure on us because we really wanted to defend this tower. But as the game went on, we noticed that our bot lane actually was creating a huge minion wave. We knew if we stayed here for as long as we could, someone would have to go bot and we can quickly take mid. Now, that's just us positioning our minions and ourselves very well. Now that this is when we actually do it. A zone movement and they can't do it. This is an easy kill and we run away. Again, they leave Zyra here because they had to defend that bot lane and we got a free tower. We tried to get damage on the next one, but they actually came into it sooner than we thought. So we retreated. As we were retreating, dragon spawned and we're like, this is a free drag, no one's here to position us, this is easy, this is ours, and we can do anything we want to do with it. Now, since we got this drag, we thought we had a huge damage spike, so we tried to verse him and we just didn't position ourselves well. Thresh got in way too early and we actually lost the fight. That was just our mistake in our positioning. So at this time of the game's pretty even. The kills are the same, Crick's roughly the same as well, but we have a few more towers, so we know that we're ahead. So what we're trying to do is actually get as much vision. Thresh is roaming around the map trying to get vision and trying to decrease their amount of wards. Now I smited Wraiths back a minute ago or so I know they placed a ward in the jungle. So I quickly grabbed that. Even though it put me a little low health, I managed to retreat in time. They noticed I was low, so they tried to push mid. I stayed, I knew I had a passive, so it was okay. We had Lux, we managed to push him up the tower, so I managed to recall. So as we noticed a few seconds later, they started to push Baron. Lux managed to get out of position and actually died for it. We actually stormed a few kills here and actually managed to turn the tide in our favor because Aatrox came down. In the end, we actually managed to grab him and actually push tower. So I said, screw it, I'm going to tank this, I'm going to get this tower. So we just quickly got as many of their jungles as we possibly could before we came back. A few seconds later, we headed back over to the dragon because we knew it was spawning. We denied as much vision as we could. Without their vision inside there, they had no opportunity to come in because they didn't know what they were jumping into. We started heading to the mid lane because there was a few creep waves. They actually made a mistake and actually went to visualize the dragon was gone. We outpositioned, ran towards their top lane tower, inhib, and we actually managed to score it. What we did wrong here was we actually tried to fight them even though we were a little bit low from the Zyra ultimate. That was a big mistake there. In the end, we actually did make a little pick on Vayne that's about to come up, and it wasn't too bad for our team. So we knew the top lane was going to be pushed by minions, so we all headed down bot lane just to push. We knew if the top lane minions were pushing in our favour, they would always have to have one person in the top lane. So we started pushing quick as we could. As we were pushing bot lane, we noticed they tried to have a base race with us. They sent a few people there. We knew Lux would be able to handle herself and we just stayed bot lane. As we noticed they were retreating to our position, we had to regroup. As we regrouped, we managed to scour through their own jungle to nice and vision. During this, we actually made a nice pick on Zyra here, and it was really easy. Another one on the Mumu, and then some of them got out position. Now, due to this, we actually prioritized the mid lane turret. There was just one turret for us to do, and that was an easy in here. Soon after this, we literally said, alright, let's take Baron. There's no way they can retreat to it. Let's get it. We have a Kalista and a Volibear with Smite. There's no way it can stop us. We just took that down with ease. A Mumu was there. There was no pressure at all. There was a Kalista and a Volibear there. There was no way he could steal it. We retreated even though we had Baron because we didn't want to lose the Baron buff. We ran straight over to the blue buff because we knew it was up. The dragon was spawning soon and we managed to take that also. We knew by this point the game was pretty much over. We got Baron, 2 inhibs. All we have to do is push the bot lane turret. It was pretty easy. We were just sitting here waiting for the Baron minions to push. Aatrox got a few hits on the tower and actually got a little bit low. We could have just waited a little bit longer for the Aatrox, but Aatrox did such a good job. We managed to get there before we even expected it. Managed to get a few kills and actually ace their entire team. Now there you have it, guys. That was a pretty good game. I thought it was really good. The kills weren't even that high. The creep was pretty the same. The only reason why we won, we actually got a lot more objectives for when we actually won. It turned out it was a pretty good game and we actually really enjoyed it. Now I hope you guys liked it as well. I'd really like that like and subscribe by you guys. Really helps me out. You know, this is a hobby and I really enjoy it, and I'll see you scrubs later.
Pr0